on running. So, new way to do the area formula. Let's get a few questions under the belt. Bang. Keep on running. So, see straight away that we have lots of triangles with no labellings and no right angles. So, I'll draw this triangle up. 9, 10, 40. Right, well, I'm interested in this angle, so I'm going to call it capital A. What does my 9 look like? A little a? 9. So across the way is little a. Let's call this one B. It doesn't really matter about which one is B and which one is C. Capital C, little c. Let's write the rule. So this question is area. Confusing if you just write a big A here. Let's not get confused. BC sine big A. Substituting. So the area is equal to 1/2 times by 9 times by 10 times by sin 40. Okay, let's put this in the calculator again. Now this time I will use the fraction because I know a lot of people love the fraction. So the fraction's at the front here. So if you ever pick up one of the calculators, remember that you go into menu and we're using the run. So, someone else might have had it in another section. So, menu to the run. So, fraction tool. Okay, so 1, enter, exit, arrow, 2, arrow, times 9 times 10 times sin 40. Sin 40 equals 28.9. Units of this question were centimetres squared. Area. Okay. New picture, Miss Jane. Okay. So this one's in kilometres. No tricks. It's a 6. It's a 5. And it's an 82 in the middle. Along comes the labelling system. I'm interested in this angle, so I'm going to call it A. Opposite angle A is little a. I'm going to call this one B. Doesn't matter which is B and which is C. Across here is little b. This one is capital C. Across here is side C. The formula for area is 1/2 BC sin A. Substitution step. The area equals 1/2 times by 5 times by 6 times by sin 82. No rearranging at this point. Calculator step. Fraction tool. 1/2 times by 5 times by 6 times by sin 82. There's the bracket. 14.85. I'm going to go 14.9 kilometres squared. This question didn't ask us for particular decimal points. So these had no decimal points. So my answer, I'm going to go one more decimal point than the question. So if you're not giving instructions, you would go one more decimal point than the question. Voila. Okay, continuing on with finding the area. Now it doesn't actually say that here, but we'll draw our pictures. 9, 12, angle is 36. Coming along using the new labelling system. Now, we're going to use this labelling system, capital A, little a. Capital B, across is little b. Capital C, across is little c. Formula for area. I know it should say area right there, but I cut that bit out. 1/2 BC sin A. So we're going to use this new labelling system with all these triangles that don't have a right angle. There's no right angle in this triangle. It's not isosceles, so I can't split it in half. When this one looks like a right angle, but we can't rely on that. Otherwise, it would have the little symbol there. So we use this system for that. Substitute. It's 1/2. For B, I'm going to use 12. These are all multiplied, by the way. It implies multiply. When we have BC, it's B times C. 12 times 9 times sin 36. Into the calculator. This question is going to be centimetres squared. Okay, this time I'm going to do this times this times this, and then at the end divide by 2. 12 times 9 times sin bracket 36. Important not to divide by 2 until we get to the bit. Okay, so clearly at the end we're divided by 2. 31.7 centimetres squared. 31.7. So the steps for that question was I labelled ABC. I subbed into the formula. There was no rearrange, but I'm going to write that down anyway for later on. And calculate. Last thing I did might check units. All right, centimetres squared, 31. It's a bit harder to do a check on here. Would I be able to fit 31 centimetre by centimetre squares? You know, I guess we might. You know, there's almost 10. There's another. I don't want to go down that path at this point. I'm happy with that number. Let's try one last question. 7.1, 6.2. So even if this is not the exact question that you did, I think you get the idea. You're about to check the process. It's a non-right angle triangle. I can't do half base times side, so I apply the new labelling system. Can't see a right angle. You know, it's quite possible the person next to you has put the big capital B here, and this is little b. Answer's still going to be the same. What is the formula? Every time we write the formula. If I don't get the rest of the question right, I might get a mark for writing the correct formula. And if I write cos theta here, and I did theta, you know, cos instead of sin, because my formula sheet wasn't very good, at least someone could work out where I went wrong. 1/2 times 7.1 times 6.2 times by sin 97. Wow, is this one different because I've got decimals in it? Is it? Is it? Is it? It is not. It is not different. Not at all. Let's use the fraction tool. Fun, 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 fun. 1, 2 times by 7.1 times by 6.2 times by sin bracket 97. 21.8. Okay. Equals 21.8. Now, this question was meters squared. Okay. Now, we're going to have to look for a little bit of a variation, maybe 2 triangles or maybe even a working backwards question. Bye for now.